why these sort of missions are really important, the sample retrieval missions, is that when asteroids or meteorites land on Earth, we have a free sample. It takes very little to retrieve them and then do the testing from there. But they're not pristine. They're oftentimes contaminated, and so there needs to be a great effort into retrieving pristine samples.
So actually, there's multiple advantages of sample return. One of which is that you have much more control over whether your samples get contaminated or not. I mean, when meteorites land on us all the time, but they land in the mud and they land in plowed fields and they land on asphalt and so on. And so they get contaminated by terrestrial materials pretty much immediately. And if you're interested in organic compounds carried by these bodies, you have a real problem because the Earth has got, there's pretty much life everywhere on Earth. And so you can contaminate the organic inventory very quickly. So if you can bring something back and control the way you bring it back so that you make sure it's not exposed to these kinds of things, then when you measure the organic compounds in the sample that they're really associated with the asteroid and the sample you brought back, that they're not just the fact that you landed in some mud and picked up some bacteria or something. Of course, you have some other advantages with sample return also, which is while asteroids provide us material in the form of meteorites and they're almost for free, they're also orphans. So when you get a meteorite, you don't know where it came from. And so you can measure lots of things of it, but I can't necessarily put everything into context because you don't know the body it came from. You don't know how big it was, what it looked like, what its history might have been in terms of collisions and where it was formed and so on. So when you go to an asteroid and you get a sample and you bring it back, then you have all this data you took while you were at the asteroid and you know what it looks like, you know what its size is. You can put your sample in the context of the overall body. And that means that when you do measure things in your laboratory, you get this extra bonus understanding because all that data isn't from an orphan. It's from something where you know its heritage.
Right. You have a provenance or a chain of command.
Exactly.